Up there?
Jordan told us it was going to be someplace different for Neilah.
Yes, I am highlighted there. I am on Mars.
Mars, that was my first guess.
Here we go. I'm on Mars, and there's a reason behind that. I figured as we re-enter the world, the imperfect world, this represents the barrenness and the sometimes lack of sustenance that we feel out in the real world. So this is the world that we need to transform and make like a garden again. So I'm going into the new world with a vision of terraforming this terrain here in this next year.
Amen.
And we can begin. You got a screen share. Aruna Beth suggested some people were missing the things from the Moxor. So the back of the Moxor has a little bit of humor, but each of these pieces that Hanan calls the rules has a lot of wisdom in it. So just to kind of loosen us up a little bit for the Neilah, maybe whoever wants to take one can read one rule and give it just maybe a little bit of pause between someone else taking the next one to think about, what does that mean metaphorically? What does that really mean to you besides the obvious? And I'll read the first one. Never judge a day by the weather.
The best things in life are not things. Tell the truth. There's less to remember.
No, I don't feel comfortable.
Speak softly and wear a loud shirt.
Loosen up. Yen name arrow never misses.
I'm live.
He, she who dies with the most toys still dies.
Age is relative. When you're over the hill, you pick up speed.
There are two ways to get rich. You can make more or require less.
What you look like doesn't matter. Beauty is inside.
No rain, no rainbows.
So this is a collaborative service and you just started collaborating. So if there's things you want to bring or say during this one, this is the service to do it. And I think we're going to start with a collaborative Neilah Krakow Nagoon.
What key did we choose?
Okay, we're going to do B minor.
Capo 2.
And so we're going to pass this around a little bit?
Yes.
We'll start it, and then in a virtual way, Rob and Beth will pick it up. We'll see what happens.
A little reading there. May all the words. Someone want to take that? Melanie, I haven't heard from you. Are you there? I don't see Melanie. How about Helena?
We're off, right?
Unmute yourself there if you can figure out how. On the bottom. There, you did it.
Okay, I couldn't see it because of the words. I couldn't read by myself.
There you go.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. What I have to do?
Can you read that? May all the words.
Okay. May all the words we have expressed, the levels of soul we have attained, and the feeling we have experienced now unfold in one unified outpouring of heart and soul. May we use this time to reach and enter the ultimate gate, instilling this moment into us as a deep memory, so that we can draw strength from it in the year to come.
And that's a song. Rob, you leading us out on that one?
We're going to do this Rumi poem. Lawrence Cole led this at our Singing Alive gatherings in the summer. There's two, the first two lines are low and the second two are up high. And so if you want to sing a bass line, bass part, you sing the first two lines over and over. It goes like this. Out beyond ideas, there is a field. There is a field. I will meet you there. Out beyond ideas, there is a field. There is a field. I will meet you there. Out beyond ideas,
Of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I will meet you there.
Out beyond ideas,
Of wrongdoing and right doing,
there is a field.
I will
Meet you there. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing, right doing, there is a field. I will meet you there. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing, right doing, there is a field. I will meet you there. Out beyond ideas, there is a field.
right doing,
There is a field. I will meet you there. That's a first. Nice to meet you all in virtual singing land. Now we're going to do Piccoli. Is that right?
gonna do
This is
the Shlomo version.
we're at the point of the gates being closed.
Sharai Tzedek.
The book of life is being sealed, is the way the story of this Neilah means the closing. So all these songs and prayers and intentions are about closing up this 10-day period for us. And for those that are fasting, it's a way to get us past these last few hours until the sun goes down and we get to partake again.
Okay, Alfredo, in the cave. Alfredo wanted to go earlier than I had him before because he said it's very uncomfortable in the cave.
And my batteries might go out.
Are you still alive?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, let me spotlight you if there's any light there at all. Here we go.
Can you see me now?
I'll make it a little bigger. Okay, you're in the cave.
Okay, I am in the cave.
And he's going to give us a psalm.
Okay, 23rd Psalm again, as I did last week. From the depths of the earth, the 23rd Psalm. Mizmor LeDavid, Hashem Ro'i Lo Echasam. Binot Esha Yarbitheni Al Me Minichot Yenachaleni Nafshi Shovev Yenacha Yanecheni V'magalei Tzedek L'mahan Shemo Gam ki elech begeit al mavet Lo irara, lo irara, lo irara Ki ata imadi Shivatecha mishantecha Hema yenachamuni Taroth lifanai Shulchan neged Sororai Deshavati Deshanta Vashemen Roshi Kosirevayam Ach tov v'chesed yirdefuni Kol yemei chayai V'shavati b'veit Hashem Lorech yamim A psalm by David, Hashem is my shepherd, I shall not lack. In lush meadows he lays me down, beside tranquil waters he leads me. My soul he restores, he leads me on paths of righteousness, for the sake of his name. Gam ki elech, even though I walk in the valley overshadowed by death, I will not fear evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare before me a table in view of my tormentors. You anointed with oil my head, my cup overflows. May only goodness and kindness pursue me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house windows of Hashem for the length of all days.
Ach, Baruch.
Thank you. So, being in these caves, I came into a cave once on the west side of the island where there's water dripping in, and I turned off my flashlight and tried to sit there calmly in the dark with all these noises going on. And it was really hard. And so I pulled out my oud and started singing. And at first, it felt like, speaking in the valley of overshadowed by death, I felt like I was in the land of spirits in these caves. And at first, I felt apprehension, both from me and from the spirits. And then as I continued to sing, after a while, it felt like everyone had just sat down and listened to the concert. And ever since then, I feel totally comfortable in these caves. And so I wanted to share that with you and bring that to you. Thank you.
You, Alfredo.
I was hoping you were singing with you.
Okay. Gonna do Gates of Creation. And what I'll do is I'll read the first part. And why doesn't somebody else read the second part? As I do that, I'm thinking, Melanie, I tried to get your attention before you disappeared. Who's that with you?
It'll be on the screen.
20? Okay. I brought this. It's in here too. 20.
It's Wilka.
Hi, Wilka.
It's my daughter Maya's baby.
Oh, Maya has a
But
baby.
you probably won't be on mute right now.
Well,
On this one?
Okay, she's gonna mute.
I know I'm going to do
So,
time.
Wendy, you want to read with me?
I get the first part of the line, so the first.
And I do the second part. Okay. All right. Okay.
Hi, Wendy. Okay,
Yeah,
ready?
okay.
I'll read the Gates of Creation.
Open wide as we touch the essence of Yahidah.
Hidden gates.
What are we doing at the end?
Let in the stragglers,
and the gates,
entranced by you, entranced by you.
Beautiful gates.
Show a vision of your grace to the humbled hearts.
This is from 2009, so we've been doing this a long.
Beth, your mic's on. Heavenly passageways.
Encompass the vulnerable in your brilliance.
Gates of faultless purity.
Reflect to us the clarity of our souls.
Gates of the eternal crown.
Allow us to be luminous, we who are not eternal.
Okay, Rob.
Open up gates of love, see what's there for you. Open up to the gift of life, see what it can do. Open up and find some truth, see if there's a clue. Open up to see the lies captivating you. Time and time and time again, you'll find out who's your friend. Time and time and time again, gates of love open up for you. Shades of darkness, shades of hate, fear inside your mind, keeping you from passing doors better left behind. When we're blocked, we go nowhere, full of hate and fear. If you're waiting for the time to come, remember that it's here. Time and time and time love open, open you. When the gates get to love, it's love open, open you.
Anybody want to read that?
The cycle of day draws to a close. We stand in the center of compassion. As our experience approaches completeness, we cry out with our whole beings, please God, show us our unity. Please God, release us, purify us. Please God, teach us forgiveness. And please God, transform our negativity.
You don't have an extra river. It's okay.
This song is for compassion as we talk about a new year. Drink from one water, we breathe from one air, we live on one earth, all these things we share. We're born from desire, our blood runs red. This fire of love connects with our hearts and our head. So let that river of compassion flow, and forgiveness and light fill your soul. Let the river of compassion flow, and forgiveness and light fill your soul. All babies cry the same, no matter rich or poor, could be sun or rain, life comes knocking on your door. Our currency is love, we spend it every day. So if your cup is overflowing, why not give some away? And let your river of compassion flow, and forgiveness and light fill your soul. Let the river of compassion flow, and forgiveness and light fill your soul. We got to bake the bread so the hungry can be fed. Got to quiet down our minds so we can hear what's being said. And then the wisdom of the earth can rise and give birth to a new foundation that could last for many generations. Oh, let your river of compassion flow, and forgiveness and light fill your soul. Let the river of compassion
Okay. Okay, a couple of the poems that are coming up have the word Mashiach or Messiah in them. And most years we just kind of stumble over that. And I know that it's a word that and a concept that makes some of us uncomfortable. I thought I'd better say a few things about it this year. And just, you know, you have to come to your own conclusions as to what the word means and how you want to move, organize around that idea. But here's a few ideas to think about. Messiah originally just meant anointed one, and priests and kings were anointed with olive oil in a ritual that meant they were taking a role temporarily of doing God's work. It expanded, though, during the Babylonian exile to refer for the return of a king that would bring a home rule, a sane rule, a just rule back to the Holy Land. Taken all kinds of additional meanings since then and beyond then, and leave some of us a bad taste. Sometimes modern era, well, going back years, I guess it started. Some religions take it in kind of a death cult direction. When the Messiah comes, it's the end of the world, and you want to hasten that, and it causes a lot of trouble. Those ideas, I think. One discussion I remember with Rabbi Hanan about the Messiah, and he didn't like to use the word. He said he found it very irritating. And a lot of Orthodox Jews, every other sentence was Mashiach this and Mashiach that, and I knew exactly what he was talking about, and he didn't like it. He rarely talked about Messiah, except in a historical sense. But it's an important term, and it shows up in some prayers, especially around the high holidays. Give you a couple suggestions. One, we are all human, and none of us has superpowers. Many have gone beyond the concept of Messiah as referring to one specific person with some special powers, but instead use the concept to denote a time when all people are liberated from oppression, corruption, and ignorance. Two, there will be many people falsely declared as messiahs. In our tradition and in others, the result often is no good. A lot of bitterness and disappointment, and sometimes it results in the people giving up a lot of power to an egotistical maniac, as in certain political situations, names not mentioned. A great scholar was once asked, how do we know a false Messiah? Well, he thought for a moment and answered, the false Messiah is the one who has come. One person cannot radically change the world without help. The world must be ready to change. I think the most valuable concept of Messiah is as a placeholder for hope for a better world in times of great despair. We must always believe things can be better. This is the Jewishian way. Only when the world is ready, and only when we individually are ready, will the leaders and teachers we need show up. Okay, do this this song here.
Yeah, but we can sing along without being. We're not on, are we? We're not on, are we?
Building on top of that teaching, thank you, Jordan. One of my favorite Hasidic sayings, it's a question, or it's a saying about question. And the way it goes is something like, the question to ask is of Messiah is not when is Messiah coming, rather the question for each of us to ask ourselves, what part of Messiah is uniquely mine to manifest?
Wonderful.
So here we have a song that manifests or holds the vision of building a world through chesed, through love. And it starts with me.
And Beth and Rob, you might want to mute yourselves.
Yeah, we're gonna sing along, but should we be muted?
Go ahead. We're gonna mute ourselves.
We can sing
Okay.
along muted, otherwise we'll.
Unless you want to mute. Yeah, there we go.
Because if you try to sing when we
I
sing,
know that.
it'll be out of sync.
I think they were asking Jordan to mute them. Olam chesed yibaneh, yalalai, lai, 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 lai. Olam chesed yibaneh, yalalai, lai, 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 lai. Olam chesed yibaneh, yalalai, lai, lai, lai. Olam chesed yibaneh, yalalai, lai, lai, lai. I will build this world from love. Yalalai, lai, lai, lai. You must build this world from love. Yalalai, lai, lai, lai. And if we build this world from love, yalalai, lai, 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 then God will build this world from love. Yalalai, lai, 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 lai. Olam chesed, olam chesed yibaneh, lai, 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 lai. Olam chesed yibaneh, yalalai, lai, 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 lai. Olam chesed yibaneh, yalalai, lai, lai. Olam chesed yibaneh, yalalai, lai, 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 lai. I will build this world from love. Yalalai, lai, 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 lai. And you must build this world from love. Yalalai, lai, 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 lai. If we build this world from love, yalalai, lai, 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 lai. Then God will build this world from love. Yalalai, lai, 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 lai. Olam chesed yibaneh. Yalalai, lai, lai. Olam chesed yibaneh. Yalalai, yai, lai, lai, lai.
Few words of living Torah. Not my words, but words I've compiled. And they're just quotes by various people from Jewish traditions. And this is the theme right here. Justice, justice shall you pursue. Tzedek, tzedek terdot. Mom used to say that all the time.
tzedek, tzedek terdot.
Do you want a bigger shot on there? The
It's,
gallery's okay.
It's, yeah, you can change the size if you like there on your phone screens. And it's from Deuteronomy. And it's when Moses is instructing the people on selecting judges to create justice. He didn't really believe. God instructed Moses, don't use kings, don't get kings. Kings are bad news. Use a system of judges and they will give you just rule. And so a lot to think about there. Anyway, that's going to be the theme, and these are just some ideas in terms of justice, maybe bring about our action in the coming months, the coming year, to coming election perhaps. And I'm going to let anybody read them as they come up on the screen, one at a time. There's just a few of them. And I'll go ahead.
Hate evil and love good, and establish justice in the gate. Let justice well up like water, righteousness like an unfailing stream.
At a time when the community is suffering, no one should say, I will go home, eat, drink, and be at peace with myself.
Rabbi Akiva taught, love your neighbor as yourself. This is the most important rule in the Torah.
Why did God create swarms of bees, prides of lions, herds of deer, schools of fish, and flocks of birds, and only one human couple? So that one can say to another, my ancestry is superior to yours.
No one can.
So that no one can say to another, thank you. I misread that. I thought, what? Okay.
You are not obligated to complete the work, but neither are you free to desist from it.
For many of us, the march from Selma to Montgomery was about protest and prayer. Legs are not lips, and walking is not kneeling, and yet our legs uttered songs. Even without words, our march was worship. I felt my legs were praying.
I swore never to be silent whenever human beings endure suffering and humiliation. We must take sides. Neutrality helps the oppressor, never the victim. Silence encourages the tormentor, never the tormented.
Earlier Supreme Court Judge Louis Brandeis. The most important office, and the one with which all of us can and should fill, is that of private citizen.
Thou shalt not be a victim. Thou shalt not be a perpetrator. But above all, thou shalt not be a bystander.
To love God is to recognize his image in the human face, especially one whose creed, color, or culture is different from ours.
Real change, enduring change, happens one step at a time.
I would like to be remembered as someone who used whatever talent she had to do her work to the very best of her ability. And that's the slideshow.
Oh. Beautiful. Thank you, Jordan.
And is this where 99 comes in? The little Shema?
Oops. Hold on a second here.
At our core, we're all almost the same. As Hanan used to say, we're just cells. We're all cells. They're part of this larger thing of creation. But there is individuation, and we celebrate that in each other, that 0.1%. This is where the 1% comes in, in humanity. But this song is about the oneness and how we're so close to being all the same. We all bleed red. We are 99.9 the same. 99.9. We are 99.9 the same. 99.9. But are we together? Are we together? Are we together? Are we together? We are 99.9 the same. 99.9. We are 99.9 the same. 99.9. The same, the same, the same, the same. A different face, a different name. Soul and spirit, DNA. We're holy sparks from the same flame. 99.9 the same. One by one by one by one. One by one by one by one. Listen to the sound of all one people. Listen, we're one. Oh, one. Shema Yisrael Adonai Elohim. Shema Yisrael Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Elohim. Shema Yisrael Adonai Echad.
Okay. Sorry, a little technical difficulty there.
It's all right.
It's reading right here. Somebody want to take on this reading?
Somebody? God of mercy and of
Elaine?
awe. Oh, someone else had it?
I'll do it. God of mercy and of awe, let forgiveness be the wondrous deed brought forth from you at Neilah. All present concentrating on the one, shiver with excitement at Neilah. Miracles of mystery rescue us from misery, ensuring for us radiant joy at this time of Neilah. Archangel of kindness, Archangel of kindness, messenger of Mashiach, Archangel of might, please announce the great renewal at this rare moment of Neilah.
Do we have time for this one, Jordan? If we're running late, we don't have to do it.
Rod?
Yeah,
Okay.
If Dharmika has something.
Yeah, if Dharmika has something, we'll have her do something.
Okay, well, Dharmika, you got first dibs. You want this? You want a song?
Yeah, is this mic echoey?
Just slightly.
It sounds like reverb.
Is this better like this?
That's cleaner.
Okay, we'll do that. Just give me a sec here. Well, this is for tomorrow. So you can hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you running yourself ragged? Barely time to eat a bite. Running errands with your mask on, kids and work and school at night. And with all that's on your schedule, beyond that the car breaks down. Bills are due with wages falling, and there's no more jobs in town. So how you gonna make it through to the end of the day? What to do when you need a break and life demands you can't go away? Oh, take a breath just for yourself. You got light like no one else. Close your eyes, see what's there. Let that love fill the air. Now we're in a damn pandemic and the world is running scared. And our country is half crazy because our government's impaired. And God bless essential workers while the rest of us stay home. And we're taken to the streets now to tell the cops we're done. So how we gonna make it through? And where are we going to? What kind of world will come out of this? And our lives anew. Oh, take a breath just for yourself. You got light like one else. Close your eyes, see what's there. Let that love fill the air. Let your love fill the air. Fill the air.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Dharmika. That sounds like a new one.
Yeah.
Well, we
Beth,
have.
you're going to lead us in this section.
Say again, Jordan?
Is Beth going to lead us in the 13 attributes?
Oh, I didn't know I was going to do that. Okay.
Well, you don't have to.
I can do it unless somebody else would like to do it. We just sang them once. How are we? Do we have a plan?
This is your choice.
Okay. I'm gonna have to get my screen because I didn't bring them with me. So how about we just sing them once? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum V'Chanun, Erech Apayim, V'Rav Chesed V'Yemet, Notze Chesed Alafim, Nose Avo V'Fesha, V'Chata V'Nakeh.
Beautiful.
Okay, I will.
Should I sing them? Then you're going to say them, Jordan?
Why don't? Yes. Why don't we do that? You sing them one at a time, and I will
Okay.
say them. Wait a second. I'm going to
Okay.
spotlight myself.
Okay.
Here I am.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready to
I'm
begin.
ready.
Adonai,
Stay open as we linger at the edges of temple space.
Adonai,
Let the light of the Ein Sof, the
El
Eternal One, shine through.
Rachum,
We invoke God who will do wonders for us. Let us feel your compassion.
V'chanun,
Let us experience your grace.
Erech HaPayim,
While unity pervades, let us bear the intensity.
V'rav Chesed,
Grant us to share unconditional love.
Noser Chesed,
Let your kindness keep us grounded in mercy.
V'alafim,
Let the good we create expand 1,000-fold.
Nosei Avon,
Be our center when we are lost.
V'chata'a,
Transform completely the effects of our omissions.
V'fesha,
Transform our flaws into strengths.
V'nake,
And let us feel pure and free.
Amen.
Fecha. Não fecha.
May you be blessed. By Emily Fox.
Woohoo!
Woohoo, Emily.
Whoa, she's still there?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
here.
she's
You
here.
don't
There
hear
we
me?
are.
You don't see me?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm here. Okay.
There you are.
You could turn up a little. You're kind of
A little
soft.
quiet.
I'm what?
A little quiet.
I can throw
Probably be good when you start singing, though.
Try this. I'm turning up the gain.
May you be blessed, and those you love, may they be blessed by the waters of life, and may you feel surrounded by the angels of God's love. I, la, la, I, la, 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 la. I, la, 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 la. I, la, 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 la. I, la, 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 la. And may you see in every soul the light of the Holy One, and may you find a path of peace to walk with all creation. La la la, la la la, la 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 la. May you be blessed, and those you love, may they be blessed by the waters of life, and may you feel surrounded by the angels of God's love. I la la, I la la, la 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 la. I la la, la 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 la. I la la, la 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 la. I la 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 la. Yeah la 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 la. Yeah la 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 la. May you be blessed.
So now
Thank you, Emily. That's a wonderful song. You had us dancing. Jordan, do you want to read the blessed, the divine power, and then
Blessed be the divine power which forgives, makes pure, cleanses, releases crookedness, and sets us straight year after year. You are the guide for us and for the whole earth. Sanctify the world as we sanctify ourselves on this Yom Kippur day of At-One-ment.
And this is a final offering, at least from Studio Rob and Irina Bath. This is a Ben Bachner song. He's a wonderful songwriter that many people in our community knew that passed away a few years ago. And he left this wonderful song, which I've been singing most of this year. It's about just bringing a little bit more love to the world.
I'd just like to add that he was a nice Jewish boy from Chicago.
Sometimes I get weary. Sometimes I don't care. Sometimes I just turn it off. I just sit there and stare. But the sun, it will shine. Wind it will blow, rain it will fall, the flowers will grow. It's gonna take a whole lot of love to make this whole world love again. I don't have the answer, I don't have a plan. I'm only one person doing the best that I can. But the stars, they will twinkle, the moon, it will glow, seasons will change. This much I know, gonna take a whole lot of love to make this whole world love again. Gonna take a whole lot of love. It's gonna take a whole lot of love. It's gonna take a whole lot of love to make this whole world love again. In our journey, we will travel, my friends. Our stories unfolding, we don't know how it ends, but the earth, it will turn, the sun, it will rise, and I'll look for the kindness in a stranger's eyes. It's gonna take a whole lot of love to make this whole world love again. It's gonna take a whole lot of love. It's gonna take a whole lot of love. It's gonna take a whole lot of love. Make this whole world love again. Sing it with me. It's gonna take a whole lot of love. It's gonna take a whole lot of love. It's gonna take a whole lot of love. Make this whole world love again. To make this whole world love again. This whole world love again. Ooh, thank you, Ben, for that song. And Yeah.
Is there a shofar that's going to be blown at any time
Yes,
before we
soon.
sing Lishana? Do we do it after Lishana Haba'ah?
We'll do this. We'll do this closing of the gates, then we'll do the
Okay, I
shofar
just-
blowing, and then the closing song.
Okay, so we'll do the closing song after. Okay.
Yeah, unless you want to do the other way. That's what we decided.
Either way, we're open. We're so
Okay.
tired. We don't care.
This is what we decided. Okay. So how do we want to do these? Does everyone want to unmute, and we'll do this together, the closing of the gates. And before we close the gates, I just again want to thank everybody for being part of this. And one last thing of tzedakah you might do to hopefully make it to hopefully be written in the book next year. I want to consider make a commitment now to support maybe the causes that Rob was talking about. What was it, Rob? County?
United Way.
United Way, Lane County?
The United Way of Lake County is one good place to
One other?
give to.
And a small contribution to Adalam would be a great mitzvah as well. So thank you very much for coming, and let's close the gates. So let's all do this together. Well, I'll read, and then I'll read the paragraphs, and then we'll do the chanting. As we approach the final moment of sealing of this personal and cosmic changes that have been generated during the days of awe, we escort the transformative divine energy through the newly restructured spiritual paths by calling with all our final strengths the following. And that's a Hanan sentence if I've ever heard one. Okay. One time, together. Shema Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Listen, everybody. Source of all our beings.
The source is one.
Together.
Source of all our being, that source is one.
Baruch Shem Kavod.
Energy, guide us.
Blessed is the energy, guide us through eternity. Baruch Shem Kavod. Blessed is the energy,
guide us through eternity.
One more time.
Baruch Shem Kavod, Malchuto, Olam Va'ed.
Blessed is the energy.
Energy, guide us through eternity.
7 times. I don't know why 7 times. Adonai.
Adonai, Elohim.
All is God.
Adonai hu Elohim. All is God is all. Adonai hu Elohim. All God is all. Adonai hu Elohim. All God is all. Adonai hu Elohim. All God is all. Adonai hu Elohim.
All God is
All God is all. Adonai hu Elohim. All is God is all.
And together, next year, we live in a place of peace. Ana, Yerushalayim. And now
May we
comes,
live where we can hug each other.
we live in a peaceful, huggy place.
So far.
Okay, and there's Don, and we think we fixed the technical glitches that prevented the shofar from being heard last time. Except Don is disappearing.
Shofar's disappearing.
Virtual
Ghosts.
shofar.
Ghost shofar.
Go for it.
I'm trying to see if I can play the shofar, but the shofar can play itself.
Right.
I think you just being here.
We'll go serial, I take it.
Are we calling me or just?
Yes.
You call.
The Kia Gadola.
Okay, Don, you again. Tarua. Yossi, give us something.
Woohoo!
Stereo.
I'm in reverse order since we're closing the gates, right? Hey, one more.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yep.
Hey.
Dueling shofars.
Yeah.
Next year, when may we live in a city, in a place of peace. Lishana Haba'a B'Yerushalayim. Lishana Haba'a, Lishana Haba'a, Lishana Haba'a B'Yerushalayim. Lishana Haba'a, Lishana Haba'a, Lishana Haba'a B'Yerushalayim. Lishana Haba'a, Lishana Haba'a B'Yerushalayim. Lishana Haba'a, Lishana Haba'a B'Yerushalayim. Lishana Haba'a, Lishana Haba'a, Lishana Haba'a B'Yerushalayim. Lishana Haba'a, Lishana Haba'a, Lishana Haba'a B'Yerushalayim. Lishana Haba'a, Lishana
Yay.
Jordan,
Yeah,
I have one thing I'd like to share,
go ahead.
and that's coming out of the darkness from the cave. Can you put me on
Yeah.
the main screen there?
I'm working on it here.
Okay, tell me when you got it.
Okay, where you are.
Okay, so
Wait a second.
this
There
is
you
the
go.
dark cave that we go into during Yom Kippur and other times.
Okay.
And now coming out of the dark cave to the light. And bear with me while I don't bang my head.
Is he really in a
This is symbolic of coming into the new year.
Yes, exactly. And here we come up through
Being
the hole we
reborn.
fell through.
Oh, wow.
Like a birth process. We're being
You're
taken,
still alive!
born
Yay!
from the womb,
Oh.
and he's in the middle of a lava field. That's about as good as my Mars scene.
I was thinking. Wow.
Hi, Alfredo.
He's
Thanks,
emerged.
Alfredo.
Thank you.
He's a butterfly now.
Thanks.
Thank you, everybody.
Amazing.
Peace.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace.
Peace on earth.
Yes.
Hey.
Shana Tova, everybody.
Thank you all for coming. A new year, a
Thank
sweet
you.
year.
Bye.
You too.
Bye.
Holla.
Bye.
Shalom.
Shalom.
I'm gonna miss the potluck.
I know.
I know. And the food in Jordan's food.
Let there be a potluck next year.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
We could have a screen share with pictures from last year.
Very
Yeah.
last
Pictures.
the very last
Everybody
public
post their
thing,
favorite food.
the very last public thing that we did before the whole quarantine hit was a potluck at Jordan's. I don't remember what it was. Do you remember what it was?
Oh
guys?
yes,
A memorial for Hanan.
It was Shloshim
course,
for
yeah,
Hanan, 1st of March.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was a great
Still
potluck.
good.
Hi, sweetie.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
No, you can leave it up for now.
Alfredo, I'm sorry, but we're already dark here, so.
Oh, I know.
Wine and
Except
Forgive me for
Rob,
being,
they still have sunlight too.
forgive me for being 3 hours behind the times.
Tough call between hanging out with you guys and breaking fast.
we'll get a glass of wine. And,
Do you want to eat with us? I think we're going to order food. Do you want?
Seriously have not slept.
Oh, okay.
okay.
Don is disappearing.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Kathy.
Bye. Nice to see everybody.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you all so much.
Kathy,
This
thanks
reminds
for
me of an episode of Star Trek. I keep disappearing and reappearing.
Thank you for coming, Helena.
Thank you very much to everybody.
Thank you.
Good to see everybody.
Oh, Dharmika, I love that song too.
That was
Thank
really
you.
beautiful.
Oh,
Thank you.
Wow.
I wish I could
Jordan-
have put it on gallery view.
Jordan, technically, doesn't like a day on Mars last about like 72 hours? So I think you've got a bit of fasting left to do.
Oh no. How disappointing is that?
The two shofars together were beautiful. They
Yeah.
were really beautiful.
Wow.
Anon once had us play shofars all simultaneously all over the U of O campus, like in synchrony.
There was one synagogue I served in back in Rutland, Vermont, and they did shofar in the round. It was like a relay, and so we encircled the sanctuary, and there were maybe a dozen, and you just had to figure out when the person behind you was going to need to transition, and you would
Oh my gosh.
begin, and so it lasted 5 minutes.
One long Gedolah.
One long Tekiah Gedolah, all the way around from one side of the bima to the other. The rabbi played this giant tuba, so he could probably do 2 minutes on his own. Wow.
Yes. And it's supposed to like shatter and shake you to your core and go right into your nervous system.
Yeah. Vibrational therapy.
Yeah.
Kathy, you gonna do a blessing for us?
yes, I bless you all.
Oh, Kathy's got Kiddush.
Water and oil. Hey, new milk.
Yay.
I don't know what the blessing is for the end of Yom Kippur.
Okay, we're we'll join you.
Reb Yossi's got it.
Good.
Oh, Reb.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
All right, everybody.
Yeah.
Get blessed.
Would you grab a glass of wine real quick, like? We're gonna do a quick kiddush. All right.
Just a plain old Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, borei v'yagafeh.
All right. Everybody be good. If you can't be good, don't get caught.
Thank you, Michael. You're amazing.
Thank you, Mark.
We got to do it again for Jordan.
Give a hug to Sue.
Same problem there. I got disappearing wine glass.
Good.
I love it. L'chaim.
You got to watch out for these Martians. They're very tricky.
They are.
Was that Michael that just said, everybody be good? If you can't be good, don't get caught? Was that Michael?
Oh, okay.
That's not at all.
Again?
Thank you,
Oh, I didn't
Michael.
do it. I was getting my wine.
Can't have enough
Oh, hey,
blessings.
no,
for
hello.
Jordan.
Sorry, Marie. I got
Often.
May.
Amen. That's
Sort of like the potluck.
Thanks, you guys, for all your beautiful work and putting this together for everybody.
Thank you for coming, Dharmika.
Yeah, I bet that tastes good, huh?
Yay.
No fair. I gotta wait 3 more hours.
Sorry, Alfredo.
Told Jordan he's got to
Back in your cave and pretend.
Yeah, right.
2 hours long. So
Be glad it's not 12 more years. Like,
Alfredo, you could just consider yourself time traveled if you put a different background.
True.
That's how it works in Zoom world.
It's true. I can be anywhere. I mean, Jordan's on Mars. He's on Mars anyway.
You need to find a nighttime Mars landscape.
Tomorrow, if you wanted to be, but
I look like that ears.
check out Don's ears.
What else ears?
Ah,
Rabbi Yodiah.
wow. Is that a filter?
No, it's I just have my hand and my finger next to my ear, and it's the way the camera makes things disappear and reappear with the
That's crazy.
Yep, it's just strange.
Ah. We have the beautiful temple in Pueblo behind us.
it's quite ethereal.
Yes.
Yes.
It's where Symphony was named.
And which shul are you in?
This is Temple Emmanuel in Pueblo, Colorado. Pueblo used to be called the Pittsburgh of the West because there were steel mills there, and so a lot of Jewish immigrants from Eastern Europe who were experienced in the steel industry emigrated to Pueblo, and by the 1920s there was a regular synagogue, there was a regular shul, and an Orthodox shul in this town in the middle of nowhere, Pueblo, which is 100,000 people, and has never actually left the 1950s. And
Oh, there's a coffee shop downtown.
yeah, there's a coffee shop downtown. But yet in this very out of the way, dusty little steel mill, former steel mill town, there's several synagogues, there's several congregations. It's fascinating. And this beautiful old synagogue, it's at least 100 years old that we have in the background. It's gorgeous.
Rob, now you don't. When you turned around, your head went away.
Disappeared. Maybe.
And how many synagogues have you found on Mars, Jordan?
Well, I'm still looking. I think there's some pyramid. I think there's some pyramids behind me.
Oh, yeah, it could
Might
be.
be one underneath that giant sand dune.
If anybody needs an inspiring, entertaining movie to help you feel like you can get through whatever you need to get through about this time right now, I gotta recommend The Martian, because it's fun, it's inspiring, it's about survival in the most bleak of circumstances with a sense of humor.
What's it called?
It's not nearly that bad.
The Martian with Matt
Oh,
Damon.
Brad Pitt.
Matt Damon, I think, actually.
Oh, Matt Damon, yeah.
Yep, and it's so much fun.
Air is much better than you think, really.
Yep, that's good. How are the potatoes?
Yeah.
I've been digging. I can't find any potatoes.
That's all they got there.
Speaking of inspirations, maybe for next year, I don't know. You think I should share this? Emily?
Share.
When I was looking for we were looking for inspirations for Al Khait,
Yeah, but I want to
and we found an Israeli rock version. Let me see if I don't know if I can share this in the chat or not, but let me try it. Maybe Zoom might not let us do that these days. Oh, it did. Okay. It's about a 5-minute rock version of Al Khait, and they're very up to date and relevant as well.
I know exactly what I get because
I can try it as a screen share if I can find it.
Oh, see if that works. That'd be cool.
I don't know what it is.
It's got subtitles.
We get the specials a lot. They say that.
Do you want to see what their specials are?
Sure.
Did you find it?
Just keeps disappearing into the sky.
This is for Rob.
If you can find it.
I can't find it.
Oh well.
I don't know what it's called.
Oh, okay. I put in the chat, but I don't know the Zoom.
What's for Rob?
There's a link in the chat, and it's a Israeli rock and roll version of Al Khayt with
in the
some.
chat here.
It's blue. Actually, it's more like, I don't know. Would you call it blues? I think it's more. Yeah, it's more blues. Blues. Al Khayt.
I see. Yeah.
Chicken and no sugar added. Yeah, don't add.
I see the link. Are you wanting to play
I'm
it?
gonna play it.
חטא שחטאנו לפניך, בהלם גזענות. החטא שחטאנו לפניך, בשיח פלגנות, ועל כולם אלוה סליחות. סלח לנו, חל לנו, ועל כולם אלוה סליחות. כפר לנו, ועל כולם אלוה סליחות. סלח לנו, חל לנו, ועל כולם אלוה סליחות. כפר לנו. החטא שחטאנו לפנייך, באפליית מגדר. החטא שחטאנו לפנייך, בהדרת הזר. החטא שחטאנו לפנייך, בגירוש פליט. החטא שחטאנו לפנייך, בקשר או ניתוק שליט. ועל כולם אלוה סליחות. סלח לנו, חל לנו, ועל כולם אלוה סליחות. כפר לנו, ועל כולם אלוה סליחות. סלח לנו, חל לנו, ועל כולם אלוה סליחות. כפר לנו. חטא שחטאנו לפניך, מול מסך מכשיר. החטא שחטאנו לפניך, הפער בין עני ועשיר. החטא שחטאנו לפניך, שלא החזרנו השמטות. החטא שחטאנו לפניך, בנורמות מושחתות. ועל כולם אלוה סליחות. סלח לנו, חל לנו, ועל כולם אלוה סליחות. כפר לנו, ועל כולם אלוה סליחות. סלח לנו, חל לנו, ועל כולם אלוה סליחות.
Who is that singing?
Oh yeah.
We lost something there.
Yeah, we lost the very end somehow, but apparently it's a couple. They
Lisa or Zohar. Oh, guy's name is Or Zohar.
Yeah, I think she wrote. They've done a number of liturgical pieces, but anyway,
that had good spirit.
Yeah.
I hadn't noticed before listening to the Hebrew though. they also did gender inclusivity on the gender of the divinity.
Yeah.
As it should be.
Amen. Well, everybody, I think
Amen.
I'm
That
about
sounds
ready
like
to sign off.
Amen doesn't sound gender inclusive.
Good night, everyone. I always say
Thank
God
you.
knows all it is.
Thank you all.
Rob.
Everyone.
How are we going to manage?
Yeah. Ag Sameach.
Ag Sameach.
Okay.
Sukkot, I don't know. Full moon, we'll just get out there and howl a little bit.
I'll walk by our front yard garden.
Yeah. That was pretty cool, the two shofars. I swear I could hear them both at the same time. I don't know how that happened, but.
Yeah.
That worked good.
You got to catch
Hey,
them.
no, you were definitely upside down.
Oh,
You've got to tweak the sound settings on Zoom.
Everybody stay well, stay safe, and may this year flourish with new things for all of you.
Hello.
Good news.
I'm gonna get out.
Turned the recording studio into a beautiful place.